Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 7 of the On Studio Sessions podcast. Joining me this week is longtime friend, longtime musician, Mr. Keelan Greaney. So Keelan is ready and waiting to get on. Just to say thanks a million for all the support again, as always. And hope you're all staying safe out there and all washing your hands and all that stuff. But yeah, let's just get started, shall we? Keelan, how are you keeping, my friend?
How are you?
I'm
Yes,
brilliant.
long time no talk.
Long time no see. Long time no talk either.
Yeah,
How's things?
yeah. Very good, very good. Jeez. It's mental.
How's
Like, jeez, when was the last time we talked?
Oh, it's been
Like,
months. Years, I'd say.
Yeah,
It's probably
it's
been a
been-
year or so, has it?
yeah, we've talked on years, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's mad.
Oh, cheekers.
Um,
Yeah.
how's life with you? How's quarantine treating you?
In fairness, it's treating me the same as anybody else. Like, if I'm down, I moved to Mayo for the past 3 months.
Okay.
Helping out the grandparents, but in fairness, helping out on the farm.
Okay.
Calf and cows. Jeez, I was down here one day, and the next day we had calf cows.
So there was no messing around there.
Oh, no, there's never messing around. No, fairness. No, we've had a bit of luck though. We've had 3 calves now, and they're about 2 months old each of them.
Nice one. And happy and
Yeah.
healthy.
So, huh?
And they're happy and healthy.
Oh, well, one of them, jeez. The mother is big, right?
Right.
But the calf, you'd swear she farted him out. He's just tiny. Absolutely tiny.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You would know more about that kind of thing now than I would, but
Probably.
yeah, I wouldn't be big into that now. But thanks a million for coming on. Thanks a
No
million for
bother,
coming
no
on. It's
bother.
great to see you.
Yeah.
I've nothing planned really to talk to you about really or anything. No bullet points done up or nothing. So we're just gonna wing it for an hour or so. So like,
Best stuff is wing.
well, exactly, yeah, exactly. So any what have you been at? What are you doing now? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you college or what? Or
Actually, I started in college last year, and then from September to August, or September to October. Sorry, I always say August. Don't know why. It's like I'm going back in time. But no, I started in September, and I dropped out in October.
oh right,
I
okay.
just could not hack the course.
Well, fair
Yeah.
enough.
But yeah, but luckily I had a job to fall back on, so I went from part-time to full-time in a restaurant out where I live. Little pub called the Red Gap.
I know it well.
Yeah.
I know it well.
Well, first I've been working with them. Kitchen porter, in fairness.
All right, okay. That's handy, like.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
grand. You're making a few bob, like.
But well, yeah. I made it. I'm making the ends meet, you know.
Yeah. Well, you were until
But
the quarantine.
well, actually, I'm earning more now that I'm out of the job.
But
Would you believe?
I know, yeah.
Like,
It's madness.
very sad to
There's
say,
two
but I'm
sides.
happy.
There's 2 sides to that. Like, okay, it's great that you can be getting paid or whatever. Like, but I just think it's hilarious that people are
Yeah.
making more money like now than they were making at work. Like, some people, not all people.
Exactly. Yeah, but like, what else? Like, it's damned if you do, damned if
Well,
you
exactly,
don't.
yeah.
Like, as in, you're still if you're making more money, but you're doing nothing.
Yeah, that's
You're
the
not-
kind
you know,
of
there's no, you're living. You're not living.
yeah. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't care, but it's just I think it's hilarious. Like,
Oh, but, yeah.
So how's life been for you music wise?
Oh, actually, eventful to say the least. Fairness, it started off with yourself helping me to record that video of me singing that I sent to the Farmer's Journal,
The Farmer's Journal.
and that was for a competition to sing with Mike Denver.
Class.
And basically, I ended up, nearly missing it, mind you, but had to get a bus, a very early bus into Galway to go to Carlow, and ended up figuring out that the bus that went to Carlow was a Dublin bus, so it said Dublin on the front, not Carlow.
Yeah.
Because you had to go to Dublin to get another bus to Carlow. So we missed that bus, and there was no more buses leaving that day. So we had to get my cousin who lived in Carlow to drive to Athlone, where we met him on another bus.
Oh, wonderful.
And we eventually got to the Ploughing Championships, where then the struggle was to find the tent, because that place, I'd never been, and that place is massive.
Yeah, I've never been either.
The sheer size of the Ploughing Championships is crazy. But I got there anyway, and ended up having to sing against these 3 other people.
Okay.
To win the chance to be with Mike Denver on a night.
Yeah.
Of my choosing, actually, at that point. But
cool. Yeah.
The competition was fairly stiff, mind you. I do remember one of the acts though very vividly. Her name was Mary Flash Gordon.
Well, that's a cool name.
I know, right? But she got it from her husband, who was in the army, and they always called him Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon.
And she got the name because of the marriage, like. And basically, it was a good competition, and but when I went up on stage, jeez, I was nervous. It was a whole different ball game, like, because it was a big crowd of people from outside and inside the tent.
Yeah.
And also, what was really unnerving me was there was cows either side of the stage. So it was so strange. Like, but it sang my song anyway, and the judges eventually came back to us, and they announced that I had won.
Yeah.
And I was ecstatic at that point, because I basically got a no trophy and a photo edited in the Farmer's Journal. And then, in fairness, that was around, when's the Ploughing? Jakers. Ploughing's in, is it in August? No.
Is it August, September-ish? I don't know. I haven't a clue. I don't know.
It could be September, actually.
The only thing I know about the Ploughing, the only thing I remember about the Ploughing is when we were in secondary school and all the lads would take off to the Ploughing.
I was the one kid in ag class that did not go ploughing. Do you know? Oh my God! And all the lads would come back with their stolen stuff, and their bought stuff,
and their fireworks.
The tent stealing. Yeah.
And, I remember we were sitting. Go on. No, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you remember what? What's that?
No, I was going to say. Do you remember we were sitting in Mr. Stanley's class in maths? Shout out to Mr. Stanley, and this was leaving cert, like, and all the boys were gone. I think there was only about 3 of us in the class, or 4 of us. The rest of them were all gone ploughing.
Yeah.
It's fair to say Mr. Stanley wasn't too impressed that day.
Oh, no. He was never impressed with anything. Like, if it was down to football or anything, he'd never be impressed.
Yeah. Alright, but look, I mean, he's a teacher, like, you know, they're there for our best interests. Like.
Exactly. But Stan the man helped me pass ordinary maths.
Oh, he's some man, in all fairness, like, he was some teacher.
He taught, it was so funny, he taught my father in school. But he always used to turn to me and go, "Oh, I went to school with your father."
Yeah, because he didn't want to make himself sound old.
Yeah. Exactly. He's not that old, in fairness to him.
But go on anyway, keep going with your story. For those people who don't know, Keelan is a country and western singer. Well, he's not a country and western singer, but he's most associated with country music.
Yeah.
So that's why we all love Keelan, because he's so different. He's very different to Jamie. He's very different to Owen. He's very different to Amanda, he's a different artist out of the bunch, and we've always had a grow for Keelan, so it's so good to have you on. It's so exciting, like. But tell me, yeah, because I remember you were talking about this the plow. I remember when we were recording it and all that stuff, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, but I kind of stopped following it after that. But so keep going. I'm interested. What? How did it turn out after that?
It turned out really well. I ended up choosing a date in, I think it was January, and we picked it in the Clayton in Galway.
Oh yeah.
And so I turned up on the day, and I asked one of the members of staff, like, how many people is this place set up for? And as in seating wise.
Yeah.
And she turns around to me and goes, 800.
Oh Jesus.
800 people, and it didn't make me nervous as such. I felt more confident after doing the plowing than I did singing with Mike himself.
Yeah.
But ended up, and in fairness, the best thing about it was I got to sing with 3 of the biggest legends of country music: Brendan Shine, Philomena Begley, and Mike Denver himself.
Jeez, you have contacts.
And in fairness, the greatest, like, going up on stage was the most exhilarating thing.
Yeah.
To be able, and when I looked out in the crowd, in fairness, up front was my grandfather, my grandmother, my parents, and all the family, because we had all that reserved.
Yeah.
And then down the back, it was filled down all the way to the back, so full crowd of 800.
Just black in the people, like.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Oh, completely. It was one of the best nights I've ever had.
That's crazy.
And Mike himself is an absolute gent.
Yeah.
Just so nice.
I wonder would we be able to...
Huh?
I keep forgetting there's a delay in the line when I'm talking to you, so I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I wonder would we be able to get Mike on the podcast?
I could probably get you as close to his manager because I have his number still.
that'd be class, yeah. What was the production like for that? That must have been crazy, like.
Oh wow, it was mental. Like the stage was obviously set up by the crew themselves. Like everything was from them. Like the hotel didn't really go into that.
Yeah.
And it was, oh my god. Big backdrop saying Mike Denver on the back. The sound systems in there were just immaculate. The band themselves are lovely. They have a Northern Irish drummer, and he's absolutely hilarious. He's just so sound. You could see, he loved what he was doing though. When you were watching him, I was watching him during the show, and you could see him there, and he'd just be laughing, like he'd be drumming away. And then he knew when a beat, like a specific beat, would come up, and then he dropped the head, and then just like then smile at the band members, just messing with them.
Yeah,
because everything to them, everything is just second nature now.
Yeah. They could nearly, they probably do it with their eyes closed. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'd say the funniest thing that happened during it was with Philomena Begley, because my uncle. He was going himself into the country music scene.
Yeah.
And he was doing fairly well until it sort of mellowed out for him. But he got very friendly with Philomena herself.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when they said my name to her, like, just, because she recognized me from when we met. I was like 9 years old when we had met.
Yeah.
And she goes, I know your uncle. And he was like, yeah, you've sang with him a few times. She always had good time for him.
Yeah.
And when she went up on stage, to say a big thanks to all these, like, to me and all the rest of the band.
Yeah.
She didn't say my name. She said her uncle's name. But it was lovely. It was completely lovely.
That's class. That's really cool. Yeah.
But yeah. But it was fantastic. And in fairness, yeah.
No, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, just Philomena herself is my grandfather's favorite singer in terms of country and western, like Irish country and western. for him to hear her live was just a dream come true for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh jeez, a few tears shed that night. Between listening to me, I'd say it wasn't happiness he was
I'd
crying
say
out.
so,
I'd say
yeah.
he didn't want to be listening to more of me.
I'd say so.
But no, it was fantastic. Just a great experience.
And so, were you backstage then? Like, did you only sing with Mike, is it? And then you were backstage for the rest?
No, I had a front row seat.
Oh, right.
So they called me up out
of the audience. Oh, that's
so
class.
I actually, the crazy thing about it was I thought like I'd have to sing a song with Mike. But what it turned out being was I opened the show for them.
Oh, class.
So I sang 3 songs at the very beginning of the show, which was amazing because I got to enjoy the rest of it then.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Just a next level experience, just to be able to say I opened a show for Mike Denver.
Yeah, it must have been like a dream for you, like.
Pretty much, like, oh my God. The only dream up from that is impossible. That be opening a show for Johnny Cash, like.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. There could be the next best thing, though. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, well, I'd like to think. If I push hard enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the buttons will go in. Yeah.
So, has anybody like contacted you since then? Like any like managers or anything like since then?
No, because it's just down to me not pushing myself to do it.
Okay.
I just haven't been out there enough to push, like, to get that response.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
But I imagine if I did push myself, I could possibly get somewhere.
Yeah, because like they'd all still know you, like, do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
there'd definitely be some sort of push there, like, you know.
Oh, aye. But it'd be really cool.
Yeah,
like it's something every like a little boy would dream about it. You know, if you're from Tennessee or the back arse of nowhere, like that.
Yeah,
it's a little boy's dream.
So okay, I want to talk about your time in secondary school and like what you were at music wise in secondary school.
Right.
So were you involved in the shows a good bit, in the musicals? I can't remember. I know you did a few of them, didn't you?
Yeah. I started doing shows in 3rd year.
Yeah.
I think my first show was a Carousel, I think. Actually, I do believe it could have been Carousel that we done in 3rd year.
Yeah.
And in that I was part of the chorus, but my most memorable moment was holding a sign just for pointing out the carousel. I was very pleased with that.
I don't remember. I was doing the lighting for that, but I don't remember the show really.
But no, first I done Carousel and then went through TY. Show in TY. Can't actually remember what show we did.
Was Billy Elliot?
Actually, do you know what could have been? It could have been Billy Elliot with Conor Gallagher as the lead as Billy Elliot.
As Billy, yeah.
Yeah, but no, actually, yeah, I think it was, and I ended up being chorus again for that because I had only started singing in 3rd year, so I was pretty pitchy up until like maybe the start of 5th year.
I was always pitchy, so you don't have much to worry about.
But actually, I think the most memorable singing moment for me in TY was our Christmas album, our charity album for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, singing in Sun Street Studios with Kenny Ray.
I forgot about that, man. That was some crack. I still have that CD lying around here somewhere, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I have it at home as well. I don't like listening to it for my own, like for whatever. I listen to everything else except my own.
What did you sing? Run, Run, Rudolph, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah. But we did the Luke Bryan version, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh my god, that I still.
It was some crack. It was some crack. I remember when we were rehearsing for that, and we were in the gym. You know, the old gym. Like we had everything set up.
Yeah, it's down the back.
Down the back. Yeah, and it was just like, disaster.
Mr. Duggan nearly killed us though. Anytime we were trying to get something right.
Sure, it took ages. Like.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Yeah, sure. We were taking the piss. Like, I can only imagine what what it must have been like for him. You know, the frustration, like when we weren't cooperating.
The things we put that man through were at next level. Like the stuff we did on our trip to Italy was insane.
Do you care to elaborate?
Oh my god! If you might remember.
Duggan.
No, I tell you the worst. What we did in Italy was just crazy. We somehow remember managing to break a window in the hotel. Owen Broderick fell through the window.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah. The balcony jumping to different balconies for that weren't ours.
Yeah. Just to say that we don't condone balcony jumping.
No, we
jumping
do not.
between balconies on this podcast. We do not condone that. But nor do we condone jumping through windows or calling your teachers nicknames or anything like that. Anyway, continue.
Yes, and also the toothpaste incident where we managed to put toothpaste everywhere, including an upholstered chair that we had to pay for.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, wow.
One of my main memories was I don't know, was it like the dinner on the first night that we got, and it was just like muck, and we all went and got pizza. None of us ate it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that was so funny.
It was horrible. But then if you went 5 meters down the street, I found a beautiful place where they sold it I think it was a 15-inch margarita for like $3.50.
Yeah, it was mad. Like, and we were like,
oh my god!
It was a pure unanimous decision. It was just like everybody just decided. I don't think unanimous is the right word there, but anyway, it was a group decision. We all decided straight away that we just weren't eating the food. We didn't even know what it was. Like,
yeah, it looked like chicken. He said it was fish.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The mashed potato was not mashed potato. It was like
it was water on a plate.
Oh, stop, man.
Oh.
The soup was nice. I remember Connor Newell like golloped the soup.
Yeah.
The soup was nice. But the rest of it was a disaster.
Oh yes.
Or did I say Conor O'Donnell? Sorry, I meant to say Connor Newell.
Oh, you did say Connor Newell.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we went off on a bit of a tangent, but you then played the bishop in Les Mis, didn't you?
Yes.
That was a great. That's a great
final
role,
year.
Man. That's a great role.
Oh my god, yeah. But I played the bishop, but I also played a drunk sailor calling out all the unwanted women.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So it was very hypocritical of me.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
What was the show in fifth year?
Fifth year. Carousel, Billy Elliot. Wow.
Or was fifth? What?
No. Leaving Cert was Les Mis. Was Billy Elliot fifth year and T.Y.? What's that?
T.Y. was Carousel, was it?
T.Y. could have been Carousel. Then third year. Huh.
We're missing one.
Yeah.
We're missing.
I know. I'm pretty sure it was me. Like it went. First year with us was Oliver Twist,
yeah.
then Me and My Girl,
Yeah.
with then
Oh, Singing in the
something,
Rain. Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. That was ace. Singing in the Rain.
Oh, man, that was an
That was
unbelievable
amazing.
show.
That was an amazing show.
The
Like they
production
actually
on
had
that,
a
man.
rain system set in.
Eugene Finnegan, I think.
Oh
Was
my!
it Eugene that did that?
Could have been, yeah.
He had
Actually, yeah, he done most of the props that year.
Yeah, he had like this trot. It was like a gutter that he ran across the front of the stage that was behind the actors. So when the time came in the scene,
Yes.
we could actually like press the button and rain would actually come down in front of them or behind them. I think it was in front of them to make it look as if that it was raining. It was the coolest thing ever. So shout out to Eugene Finnegan there, sir.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And then choir, you were really involved in choir as well.
Yeah, I was fairly involved. I'd say the most memorable thing in choir was a competition we did in Sligo, but it wasn't so much choir where shout out to Connie Burke.
Yes.
She got us to do an a cappella. Got us to do an a cappella for Viva La Vida by Coldplay, and it sounded really cool.
I don't remember that. I don't think I went to that, to be honest. But
yeah. Oh, but then she got us into this massive choir. It was a religious choir called The Awakening.
Oh man,
Awakening
that was
choir.
the coolest thing I one of the coolest things I've ever been involved in ever. That was so cool.
Yeah.
It was.
I'd say the only thing that got me about that show or that choir event was the rehearsal, where the lady that was running it kept saying, "Okay, that was fine. Let's do it again."
Yeah, it was.
She done every song at least 20 times.
It was a bit painful, like, but it was so worth it.
Oh,
like,
worth
it. Was unbelievable. Everything, like the production was simple but really effective. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it was fantastic.
How many?
I still have the certificates from it.
Have you?
Yeah.
How?
I'd say there was at least 500 people in that choir.
I was about to say, about that. Yeah, it was class, harmonies and everything. Oh, I wish there was like was there a CD made of that? No, or some sort of recording? No.
I don't know. I know they had a CD of the songs that we had to rehearse and listen to.
I don't think they had the actual ones.
I don't know if they actually recorded us.
Yeah.
It would have been really awesome if they did.
Yeah, it would have been class.
But wow.
Yeah, it was class, man.
Yeah.
What else have you been involved in? Oh man, do you remember you were involved in Stars in Their Eyes, weren't you?
Oh, wow. That was the first time I had ever sang in front of people.
Really?
Like,
that was your first
I haven't even
sang.
I'd never sang in front of my parents up until that show.
Oh man, that was some crack. I was talking to Amanda about that.
Genuine time. Wow. But actually, yeah, Amanda did the song from Shrek.
Yeah, it was great crack.
Yeah, that was so cool. I sang to a man that night.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
The song that song had ended up becoming synonymous with me throughout in all of secondary school, just for that night.
The song "Your Man" has skyrocketed you like.
Oh, that made me. That song made me as a singer, as a country and western singer.
Just to let people know at home, "Your Man" is a song by a singer called Josh Turner, and Keelan is known for having a really deep voice. So we were all sitting in class one day and we were messing about and trying to, I don't know, we were picking songs for something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was for that competition actually. But Keelan said he was singing this song and we were like, oh, deadly, yeah, cool. And he started singing it and there's a really low note at the start. He's going to sing it later on anyway, but there's a really, really low note at the start. And Keelan just hit it like a fucking boss, and it was just incredible. Like that was just highlight of highlight of secondary school for me. It was just incredible. The whole room shook like when you did that. It was unreal.
Oh, but that was me at, because wow, I was like 15, 14, 15.
And is your voice
that puberty definitely hit?
Is your voice still that low singing? Is it still low like that?
It's a little bit lower.
Really? Okay, class.
I've learned. I've sort of, like, through the help of, well, my amazing music teacher Mary O'Connor.
Yeah. Shout out to Mary.
Yeah, Mary. The trouble I put her through trying to teach me how to sing, but she done amazing, and it helped me to get to where I am vocally today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just experience that I needed more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because once you get that, everything follows.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's yeah, that's you just have a really cool voice. Simple as that. It's like, it's made for country music, like, so that's kind of what we've gotten to know you for. So before I brought you on, I sent out a Snapchat and I sent some things on Facebook to say that you were coming on, and if anybody had any questions to get in touch, if they had any questions for me or questions for you. Now, I haven't gotten too many. I haven't gotten an awful lot, but I'm going to read out what a few people said.
Okay.
So, Keen Ford, I was talking to him last night.
Okay.
Keen Ford, shout out to Keen Ford. Keen Ford says, he better be singing Baby Lock Them Doors.
Oh, wow.
So Keen, Keen, your wish has been granted, and Keelan is going to sing. Keelan is going to sing that later. Another one is Kirsten Monaghan got on to me, and she asked me to say who your favorite co-worker is in the Red Gap.
Oh no!
I think she's hoping it was her, but
yeah. See, that's because we work together.
I know. Yeah.
My God.
You don't have to answer that one if you don't.
It's hard. That seems a bit. See, if I said that now, I get in trouble.
Yeah. If I was you, I wouldn't answer that.
Okay, Kirsten. We'll have a chat when I get back to work.
Kirsten, you're in for it now. Let's see what else I have here. A friend of mine from college got on to me with a question about the quarantine, if that's all right. Okay, there's two questions. So his name is Justice. Justice says, how excited do you expect people to be when lockdown is lifted properly?
Pubs are going to be packed for sure.
Do you think?
Like, there'll be no bar with enough drink to cater the amount of people that will want a pint from a pub.
Yeah.
It's hilarious how, like, the excitement, like, once this all ends, it's just going to be mayhem.
Yeah.
People won't know what to do with themselves because it's been so long without doing anything, with restrictions. But it's just going to be amazing once this all ends.
Yeah, it's going to be class. And like Irish people are such like social people, you know what I mean? Like they're so they're the people who like to be interacting, like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
like you just can't walk down the street without someone just going, "Oh, how are you?"
Yeah.
And you won't know the person.
You won't know them, yeah. But
we're just humble people.
Yeah, it's just a thing, you know. So when you get that taken away from you for a long time, it's like, oh.
People won't want to stand close to each other because they'll be so used to distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's gonna. I think it's gonna take a while to get used to. It's gonna be Christmas time before we're back to normal properly, which is both a good thing and a bad thing, I suppose. You know, because it's a good time of year to be having everybody around again. You know, and stuff. So.
Yes.
Keen Ford got back to me. He just he just sent a smiley face. I just see if you can see that there.
Oh,
that's Keen. So what I might actually do really quickly is, Keelan, your mother said, Keelan, please sing your man for Mary Amelia. You have too many fans.
We've covered that.
I was gonna say I might go live and see if I can get any see if I can get anybody to interact with us a bit, because I want to get the audience more involved with the podcast. You know what I mean?
100%.
So let's just try it for like 10 minutes and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw up a post here. Going live on the podcast with Keelan in 5 minutes. No, going live with Keelan on the Going live on the podcast with Keelan now. And we'll give that a few minutes to sizzle and let people see it.
Yes.
So, my next question to you is, have you been writing any music?
No. The saddest part about that is I just don't know how to play an instrument.
Yeah.
It kind of bugs me that, like, if I feel that if I could play an instrument, I could possibly go into that sort of line of work, like writing actual music for myself, because like I haven't gone without stuff that I could write about.
Yeah.
Like my life isn't that uninteresting that I couldn't write about it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's something definitely to look into. Like, I really would love to start writing something.
Yeah, you should, because your voice is so unique and it's so like there's nothing like it, really. Like, I haven't heard anybody your age with that kind of voice. You know what I mean? So it's it'd be class to have you actually, like, you know, to have you write some music and stuff like that. It would be unreal to hear what you come up with.
Yeah. It'd be fun.
And I'm sure you come from a family of musicians, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, like, my own uncle, like, as I put it earlier, my own uncle was tried to go into the music industry. Like, he's still a fantastic singer.
Yeah.
But then my own mother, she's been singing since she was 18. She's been how many years would that be now? 32 years.
Gee, mackers.
Yeah. She's been singing 32 years she's been singing. And about 30 of those years, I think she's been in a band.
Wow.
She's still singing to this day. Well, obviously because of COVID, her gigs this year were kind of cancelled. But she'll come back swinging, I hope, in the new year, as I'll put it.
Yeah.
But like, my mother was a singer. There's music on both sides, because my own aunts and uncles on my dad's side were all singers in choirs, like church choirs.
Yeah.
So that sort of helps. Then on my mom's side, all my aunts and uncles, like, every one of them can sing, and most play an instrument. They mostly play guitar, because the funny story was my grandfather, the reason they know how to play music is because my grandmother entrusted my grandfather to go into town and buy a dishwasher.
Okay.
but went in, ended up, I think, just seeing this guitar
Okay.
and thinking, I want that. And he had a ball of money in his pocket and just thought, I'm going to buy that and to hell with the dishwasher.
Because
that
music
guitar
is more
still in his house to this day. And that guitar is the guitar that my mother and all my uncles learned how to play guitar.
That's mad.
Yeah, so they're all musicians because he didn't buy a dishwasher.
Imagine how different things would be if he bought that dishwasher.
Oh, I might not even sing today.
No, we mightn't. I was going to say we mightn't get to hear your class voice.
Yeah, the butterfly effect,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna go live right now, and just see who joins in for the crack. And if nobody joins in, nobody joins in. So, and then after I go live, we take a quick break, and then you can come back and sing a tune or two for us.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan. Okay, let's see who's on. Okay, so there's 79 people on, so let's just see if people say hello to us on here. It's very annoying because I have a big green line on my phone, see? Because I dropped it. Yeah, I dropped my phone.
Oh, no.
I got a lovely iPhone X off Santi for Christmas and dropped it. And yeah. Hello, well, Dylan, how's things? Just said I chance going live here. Hi, Joanna, how are you doing? Hope your little live went well earlier as well. I'm currently live. I'm currently filming the podcast with Keelan Greaney here. So if you have any questions or anything, send them to me really quickly. I'm not going to stay alive for long. So hello, David. Hello. Any questions for Keelan Greaney? I'm live with Keelan Greaney. I forgot I can turn the camera around. I'm live with Keelan right now. So if you have any questions for Keelan, don't be afraid to send them in really quick. I'm not going to stay alive too long. Do a live podcast. Yes, I will be doing a live podcast at some point. Not next week, but maybe the week after that. I'm also, Keelan, going to be doing a live podcast. Or, yeah, not a live podcast, but a podcast where I bring everybody on that has been on so far.
Yes.
On like a Zoom call.
Oh.
Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it should be good crack. Okay, we have 6 people watching. It's not too bad. Yeah. Any questions for myself or Keelan? No? Nothing? No? Nothing? Okay. Hello, Joanne. How are you? How's things? Yeah. Any questions? No? I have to keep plugging in and out my phone because the battery's going to go.
Oh, no.
Paul Greaney wants to know, have you the turf home?
No, but it's all records.
It's what?
All records.
Lovely. Dylan is asking, have you any tunes online? Or any footage of you online or anything singing?
Nothing good. Not anything I'd be proud of. I imagine my mom and dad have stuff that they have on their Facebook profiles.
Okay.
But you'd have to go searching there.
Okay. So what I might do is I might actually what I might do there, Dylan, is get the music or get the videos if I can and put them onto the On Studio page so I can share them and then you can see those and then everybody can see them. It would make life a lot easier instead of people going rooting through people's profiles on Facebook. So yeah. Any other questions coming in? We have 9 people watching. This is great. Definitely going to do this more often. Because I want to get you guys more engaged in the podcast. I know it's like, what the hell is my hair doing? Oh my god! I want to get the audience more engaged in the podcast because I feel sometimes it can be passive, especially if we go off on a tangent talking about something silly. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I want to try and get people as engaged as possible. Just make sure my internet connection is still connected. It is indeed. So yeah, I'm going to stay online for another few minutes and just see if anybody else comes in with any questions or any thoughts or anything like that. How are you all coping with quarantine and all that stuff? We're almost there. Next Monday is the start of it. We're going to be out of it next Monday, Keelan. Well, we're not out of it fully, but we're making a start.
Easing restrictions.
Hello, Keen Higgins, Keen, Niall. Any questions for Keelan Greaney here? No. You've gotten into cooking, Keelan.
Yeah.
So I believe. What's that? Like? Tell me about that.
It's at home. Since I've been in quarantine, I've been cooking a lot more.
Okay.
But it makes it more interesting that I'm currently on a vegan diet.
Oh, wonderful.
And I cook for my grandmother and my grandfather and my cousin who are not vegan. So
Right.
I'm cooking food that I cannot taste, but I rely on what they tell me.
That's as good as anything. Yeah, that's as good as anything. Like, you know.
I've had no 1-star reviews for my food.
That's good. That's good. Your mother is watching. Michelle Conway is watching. How are you doing, guys? So I think I'm going to leave the live at this point. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm probably going to make this a regular thing during the podcast now, where I can go live and have questions come in, and just have you sharing your thoughts with myself and the guest, just because it's a bit of crack. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later on, and I'm going to keep talking to Keelan right now. So, right, Keelan, that was fun. I'm going to try and do that more often. That was great.
Yeah, it's more interactive.
Yeah, well, like I was trying to think of a way that I can make the podcast more, more interactive for people, you know. So that was kind of what I said I was going to do, and I tried it, and it worked, which is good. I think if I gave people more notice, it would have been better. But anyhow,
yeah.
Is there anything else that I missed out on? Or have you got any stories for me? I know you're a good man for stories.
I got to sing for Nathan Carter.
What?
I got to sing in front of him, like in an audition situation.
And did you get to meet him?
Yeah, I got to meet him, his manager, and Margot O'Donnell, who had actually met in the past because of my uncle as well.
Well, you've met so many people. Like,
yeah,
you have so many contacts, man. Oh my God, we need to sit down, have a meeting, and get all these people on the podcast.
But no, I ended up auditioning for the Late Late Country Special.
Oh yes, yeah.
But I ended up getting into the top 4 acts of the event.
Yeah.
So it was an audition. Like we all had to travel. I think it was Longford. We all had to travel to, and ended up auditioning in this hotel. And they asked 4 of us specifically to turn up on the day to be Ryan Turbiddy and do a photo shoot with them, and Nathan. But they asked us specifically. Yeah. Actually, it was really cool because we got to do it in front of the Joe Dolan statue.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
Actually, is that in Longford? Where's Joe Dolan from?
I can't remember. That's bad.
I actually feel horrible about that wrong, you know.
That's not.
But ended up taking a photo in front of the Joe Dolan statue and doing a full photo shoot with Nathan and Ryan, and we were there a lot earlier because they were getting in other acts sort of to fill up their filming space, so they didn't tell them that we were the top picks.
Yeah. That
they'd already been sort of sifted out of it, which is, I feel, kind of cruel, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And basically we all ended up going in and in a situation where we were all videoed, and in front of in front of Nathan, his manager, and Margot O'Donnell.
Okay.
And basically we were just told, right, that's it, you're sorted, and we'll let you know with all the information. And that's it, really. Sadly, I didn't get it. But the lady that was picked ahead of me she was phenomenal. She ended up doing Shallow from A Star Is Born.
Oh, yeah.
Which was duetted with them, which was amazing. But really good day. I felt really bad for one of the other guys that was alongside me in the top four, because he was a radio DJ up in, I think it was Donegal.
Right.
And he was supposed to be back to do his shift in the station after his audition, but he had delayed the audition by like 2 hours.
Oh.
So he was rushed. They got him in first and rushed him on out the door, but he was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he sang "Thank God I Was a Country Boy" by John Denver.
Oh,
I remember
that tune.
That. Oh, very good song. But no, it was great.
What's Nathan like?
Really nice.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
He's so down to earth and lovely.
Yeah, I'd love to have him.
He's just lovely, and the same with Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathan would be fantastic. He's a great shot. Like he was on RT Radio 1 doing an interview before we done our auditions, talking about the whole event.
Yeah. And
just to hear him talking with everyone, you knew like he was a really nice person, like really down to earth.
Yeah.
But yeah, same with Ryan actually. But Ryan Derby, he's pretty tall. I didn't expect him to be as tall as he was.
Yeah, I saw him once in Galway, and I was just like, he was like he was like 2 heads above everybody else, so it was kind of hard not to miss him, or kind of hard to miss him. Yeah. But yeah, he seems like a cool dude as well. But I doubt I'll be able to interview Ryan Tuberty. But
no, he'd be interviewing you before you interview him.
Yeah, I'd say so. If that even happens. Yeah. But
if the chance.
Yeah, you've met so many people, man. I can't believe that. That's mad.
Yeah.
You need to get like a good music profile going for yourself now, and get get stuff going, because just be.
But it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
your profile. Sorry, I keep forgetting there's a delay.
Yes.
Your profile would shoot up like straight away. Like it'd be class. Like
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Like from what I have currently, where I've just been in that situation of being able to handle myself on stage, and the fact that I've been able to sing in front of these like stars of country music, that they know who I am and what I'm made of, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't be a shock that if I went at it, they'd be like, oh, I actually, like my kids sort of think, I sang with that lad, or Nathan is like, I've heard him sing.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be too surprising if I came onto the scene. For the people that don't know me, like, I hope. Oh, it'd be fun. It just would be really fun.
Yeah, it'd be class.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think at this point in time, we are going to take a suspiog, a little break. And after the break, we will come back and Keelan will sing. Or during the break, after the break. Keelan will come back and sing a tune. So, how does that suit you? That okay?
That's good, yeah.
Deadly. We'll be back.
That was really good.
We'll be back. My camera's out of focus. My other camera. Focus. Oh, it's out of focus. We will be back after the break. You're listening to the On Studio Sessions podcast, recorded live here in On Studio HQ. Each week we'll be talking to different artists, songwriters, DJs, producers and engineers. Don't forget to follow us on all social media at On Studio Music, and you can also watch the podcast on YouTube. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this episode. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of episode 7 with Keelan Greaney. Keelan is mighty. We had great crack over the break. He's still here. He's probably sick of listening to me at this stage, I'd say.
Touch and go.
The time has come. Keelan is going to sing the song. It has been requested by everybody that knew you were coming on the podcast. So, without further ado, Keelan, whenever you're ready.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. There's no hurry, don't you worry. We can take our time. Come a little closer, let's go over what I had in mind. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I loved you. We're alone now, you don't know how long I've wanted to. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. Put some music on that's soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. I've been thinking about this all day long. Never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man.
Keelan, that was class.
Yeah, it's been a while since I sang that song.
Some things never change.
It really brings you back to Tuam, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh man, I forgot about the well, how could I forget the Kjol Kerms? But I forgot like the people that performed in them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They were great crack, man.
Do you know? I'd say that one of the biggest ones I was able to sing with, and yourself, was Brendan Murray.
That's right.
Our own Eurovision.
Yeah, our own little star.
Yeah.
Brendan's been on the podcast soon, actually.
The biggest thing I remember him singing was "Come Out She Black and Tan" during the Kjol Kerm.
I was like really. We were young at that point though. He was in like he was older than us. He was a couple of years ahead of us. Like.
Yeah, he was in the same year as my brother.
Yeah, so we were. I don't know. We were. I don't know what year we were in, but I remember it was class. It was so cool. Like he had everybody up. Like it was mad. Place was hopping.
Oh, that was the first time I ever heard that song.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'd never heard Black and Tans up until last point.
You know what? I'm probably the same. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that it's always in my head, especially on a night out. You know, just a few points in, you get the song out to you.
I always get it requested when I'm DJing. Everybody always comes up to it. So I have a little section now in my set dedicated to the what I like to call the buff tunes. No offense to the buffs or the country people out there. I'm a buff myself, but yes, I have a little section of my set that is dedicated to those tunes, and it has like "Tell Me Ma," "Kamauchi Black and Tans." It has Mr. Brightside is in there. The Drolene is in there. Anything that makes people go mental, it's there. But
I think in fairness, Mr. Brightside is just an all-round crowd pleaser.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So, yeah, it doesn't matter how many years old that song will be. It's just that song gets people going. The intro with that guitar.
Oh man, it's class.
Yeah, you know stuff is gonna happen when that song just starts playing.
Yeah, I always loop the guitar bit at the start and like talk over it and like get people hyped for it, like. And
100%.
It's class. It's so cool, man. I miss DJing. I probably won't be DJing until Christmas now.
Oh yeah.
Because we're not allowed in the pubs until.
No.
For a while, like until August, so.
Like once they start opening, I don't know. Like I'm still without a job until that point.
Yeah. Pain in the arse. But I hope Mary Amelia, if she's watching, was satisfied with your performance of your man. And
it's been years in the coming. Like, she's been asking me anytime she met me. She either missed it or just I didn't sing it.
Because you decided not to. And
I just knew she'd be there, and I was like, no, I'll keep her, I'll keep the suspense.
And keen forward as well, I hope that fulfilled your request, sir. Keen is coming on the podcast as well at some point. That's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to that one. And Brendan is coming on soon. And loads of other people. So, yes, more people coming on the podcast. Lots of fun people. Now that we're easing out of lockdown, as of next week, I'm going to be trying, if I can, to get people to get the guests to come to the studio and to start the actual live podcast format that I had planned at the start, obviously with as much social distancing going on as possible, because we all need to social distance until this is definitely gone. We need to social distance to some extent. So hopefully from the next couple of weeks I should be able to actually have people live in the studio for the podcast, and it should be fun. But if that is not the case, then we shall continue on the way we are going. Isn't that right, Keelan?
That's exactly right.
So, have I any other scales? Have you any other stories for me?
Stories?
I'm trying to think, is there anything funny that happened? But like, I can't, there's nothing really that comes to mind. Because anytime I'm with you, it's been musical. It's been music related, and it's always great crack because we're just so engrossed in music. That's something I really like about you, is the fact that when it comes to, you can see that you're passionate about music. Like, you really are passionate about music.
Yeah.
And like you said about the drummer earlier with Derek Ryan's band, you could tell that he was just loving what he was doing.
Exactly.
And it's one thing to be a good musician and to be a good musician and to be able to entertain people, but to be able to be not cocky about it, which is good. It's a good thing that many of the artists in this country, many of the artists all over the world, are not like that. But unfortunately, some people are like that. And it's not a good thing. Because number one, it brings the mood of the whole thing down and it brings everything else down. So my advice to artists, young artists, up and coming artists, if you get a shot of spotlight, do not let it go to your head. Mr. Keelan Greaney has got, I don't know how many shots at spotlight, and he is the most humble person you can ever talk to. As is everybody else that I've talked to, and many, many, many artists out there. I'm not degrading any artists out there. I'm just saying that there can be artists who are like that, and people in other professions as well can be like that, you know. So, it's music is made to be enjoyed by everybody, and so it's not. It can be easy to see it as a job and a profession when really it's actually an art, I think.
Yeah. Love it. You have to love it.
Yeah.
To be into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's a great thing when you see artists, even young musicians, the likes of David Flanagan. Shout out to David Flanagan. He is like he's a genius when it comes to banjo and mandolin, but he is the most humble person you can talk to, like, and he is so passionate about it. Like, he's class. He's also going to be on the podcast with his band. But
fantastic! I've seen them on Shop Street so many times.
They're class, aren't they?
Out doing the hard stuff, like
yeah,
they're amazing. But they're doing something that not many people can hack.
No,
like to go out busking is a lot harder than some people may see. You know, like there's buskers out there that they rain, wind, or snow, they're out there busking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, David is a cool dude and a lovely guy. I can't wait to have him on as well. So the message for this podcast is: enjoy what you do, but be humble about it. Spread the word, people. So yeah, I think that's it, man.
That's all right.
Unless you have anything else you want to tell me, any other gossip.
I'm not one for gossip. Not too much. Oh, I think it's been nothing but not very eventful in the past couple of months. The most I have to talk about are just some of the crazy stuff that the chefs that I do work with come out with.
Oh dear.
Oh, some of them are just Kirsten with her question earlier about who's my favorite employee. Like, oh, sometimes I do question this man whether I do love him or hate him. Tony, he's absolute gent. But some of the things he come out to, he turned on to me one day and goes, "Are you an educated person?" And I go, "Well, I'd like to think so. You know, I've done my time in secondary school and primary school and a bit in college that I couldn't hack." And he was like, "Right." He goes, "Well, have you ever been into a butcher's?" And I go, "I have. I've been into them a few times." And he goes, "Well, you've seen the sausages down the back and on the hooks." And I go, "Yeah, I've seen them." And he goes, "Right. Well, have you ever seen half a pig's head with two eyes?" I go, "Well, no, it's half a pig's head. It's only half." And he goes, "No, you're wrong." And I go, What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you have two eyes, don't you?" I was like, "What?" And he just, it made me so wise to think of what he'd be saying to me half the time.
What a man. What's his name? Tony. Tony, shout out to you, man.
Tony O'Brien. He's a sham. He's a sham himself. Well, actually, he's not a sham. He lives in Tuam, but he's a Limerick man.
Oh, cool. Nice one.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Tony.
Oh, love Tony.
A lot of shout outs in this episode, man. I'm going to have to write all these down so I can tag them in the post. So I think that's it, man. I don't really have, I think we're, I mean, you sang the song. I think that's what everybody came for.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, that's the big draw.
Apart from your incredible personality, of course. Keelan, Man,
Oh,
go on.
yeah. No. It's not exactly PC for this.
Okay.
It's Do you remember the yearbooks?
Yes.
Yes. There was 1 year that there was I think it was Jarlath's to Mercy. That I'm not saying who this person was, but it was the Jarlaths gave it to the Mercy.
Yeah.
And it was the most memorable phrase I'll ever have. And I think I was in maybe TY. Oh, no, that was a bad year for the yearbook. That was our year. We weren't the best. I think it was third year. And the award went to one of the Mercy girls, and it was the best pair of personalities.
Oh, yes. We won't name names, but that's a nice way of putting it.
No. Yeah. But some of them were, those yearbooks were crazy.
Yeah, I have loads of them.
Yeah.
I've all the ones from my time in the school.
Yeah. Oh, wow. But
there was some good crack in those yearbooks, man. They were great crack.
Oh, yes. They were just some of the quotes and the awards given to people, and yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, do you miss it? Do you miss secondary school?
Well, I do and I don't. You know, I don't miss the work side of school, like the doing homework, and I never liked that. And like when it came to TY, that didn't matter because that was just class.
Yeah.
That was all fun and no work, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it was just the camaraderie, the friendship that we built, and the people that we went to school with, like how it sort of developed from one sort of relationship in the first year, like where we were sort of skittish young first years, and like nobody, like everyone was the best, and don't care who you are, I am who I am, because you had your friends in primary school. But then through all the build, like we just built different relationships as we went along. But then towards the end, I think just some of the strongest bonds came out, where like people that you didn't seem to see as friends up until like fifth year were like your best friends.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss secondary school. I miss the crack. Like I miss the crack, really. I miss all of it.
Yeah.
I loved secondary school. I mean, I didn't love the work, but I loved the
people.
Yeah, and it was class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pity about the leaving certs, man.
Oh my God, yeah. Like, is that like that whole predictive grade thing?
Yeah.
Is that still going ahead?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's happened. Like it's happening, yeah.
Wow.
Which I don't know if I agree with it, man. Like, I mean, it's grand and all, like, and people are going to be delighted that there's no leaving cert or whatever. But I mean, what about okay, we'll say you have. Okay. I think, I don't know, did you hear this? But the mocks got leaked like earlier, like in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So like everybody was cheating in the mocks, apparently.
Yes.
But like it's great not having predicted grades and all that stuff. But like, what about then? We'll say if you have a kid that's like worked really, really hard, like down through the years, and actually genuinely studied.
Yeah.
And put in the work and mightn't have got amazing grades, but was doing well. And then you have these other kids who have like cheated their whole way through school, and they're getting amazing grades.
Not gonna say anything.
But you know what? But no, do you know what? No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to be a tricky one, and if they can pull it off properly, then fair play to them. But there's going to be I don't think it's as glorious as people are making it out to be.
Yeah, like it's down to like the teacher's perception as well of the student.
Yeah.
Like, like it's not based, like it's not 100% based on people's academic grades.
That's the other side.
And it's also down to the student. Like that, the leaving cert was the be all and end all of everything, because I know myself, I done horrendously right up until the point of leaving cert.
Yeah, I was
Like,
touched.
I just did not do I didn't do a tap. And then I have this thing where I just used to cram for my tests, and that included my Leaving Cert. And then up until the point of Leaving Cert, I was doing horrible, but then I got grades that nobody expected because I did what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And passed everything. But, like, it's just crazy to think that, like, for one student that has the potential to get 600 points, say, in Leaving Cert, but he's done very, like, barely scraping the bottom of the barrel up until that point.
Yeah.
And now that the option of doing Leaving Cert has been taken away, or, like, that, you know, that's a massive missed opportunity. That child could lose out on their dream course.
Yeah. There's so many little aspects to it, and I'm not nitpicking at the education system or anything like that, but it's just it's just interesting, you know. It's interesting to see how they're going to handle it, like, you know. But
exactly,
we just have to wait and see.
We won't know until it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that's it, man. I think we are.
Yeah.
I'm out of questions. I had a great time. Thanks a million for coming on.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
It was,
no bother. Not a bother.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
Lovely to get your views on things.
Yeah.
Because we used to have conversations like that a lot in school, but it's weird, you know, not having
going. Yeah. Just everyone goes their separate ways. Sort of thing.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah, that's it, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
And hopefully, once things start getting back to normal, I'll be able to actually meet up with you, go for a pint.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Great. All right, Keelan. Thanks a million.
No bother. It's been a pleasure.
Talk to you soon.